Y'all, Leland Live, talking NM5 out here on the road today again. Just like we were yesterday in Cody, Wyoming, this time we're on the inside of the building at the very famous, you see the sign there on the outside. That's part of the sign. They've got this other huge sign that's up over the building you can see from all over town. The famous Irma Hotel, Buffalo Bill Cody's hotel itself, a landmark here in the town of Cody, and of course a beautiful, just the architecture. I'll show you around a little bit in the restaurant area. Look at the ceiling. AJ, can you see the shot? Check out this, I don't know what you call it, that tin ceiling that they put in these old Western buildings. It's just, I'll find myself eating and just staring at that thing.
Oh, that's pretty Art Deco style. It's pretty
Yeah,
old
it's just gorgeous. And, of course, they're still decorated for the 4th of July. The famous story that was told, I'm going to get Mike to tell in a minute. He's out rounding up guests for me. He's one of my best producers, Mike, who owns the Irma, just a really nice guy. I think he said he's going to get the mayor in here just a little bit. I got a politician story to tell you too in a minute, AJ. But Mike said on July the 4th, I saw a video. We were in Jackson, Wyoming on that stop, and I saw this video pop up and it looked like Jackson. And I thought, did we miss a buffalo? Because they had this amazing 4th of July parade in that part of Wyoming. But it was Cody because the buildings looked similar when you first glance at it. And they were walking. This dude was riding a buffalo down the street waving an American flag, and the caption on it was "Only in America." And so it turned out that same buffalo that was that 4th of July parade here, they brought him right into the Irma hotel and brought him right up to the bar. I guess they got him a drink. I don't know. But Mike's got a picture of it, and if he has it on his phone or something, I'll try to hold it up to the camera and show you a picture of the buffalo. And they've always been these infamous stories of people just cowboys riding their horse straight up into this saloon. You know what's interesting out here too is they're not uptight about dogs. Now we travel with a couple little dogs, and you always want to ask, is it okay? Are you pet friendly? Is the way we put it. And generally in Alabama, you can take pets around to most outdoor seating areas in a restaurant, but almost to a place we've been. Now we haven't done this in every place. We don't always have them right with us. People just walk right in these places with their dogs. Nobody thinks twice about it. I guess they're so animal-centric out in this part of the country. So you can be in a restaurant, people just bring their dog with them, and he's laying there on the floor. There'll be a black lab, not even this service dog thing that you see people doing sometimes. They just got their pets with them, and it's just really cool like that. So my story, I forgot about this yesterday. I took some notes of funny crap that's happened. One of the funniest lines I heard somebody say, and maybe it was just a moment, hope y'all find it as funny. And in the moment when we were watching the parade out in Jackson, Wyoming, again, it was a surprise to us that this thing they started blocking the streets off. We went, well, let's just stay around and watch it. It must be fun. So we had a chair in the Jeep, put the chair out, and we were sitting there. So sitting next to us was a disabled veteran. He had his veteran hat on, and he had a prosthetic arm. And he has to be Vietnam era because he wasn't quite old enough to have been World War II. He might have been Korea. I didn't really wind up talking to him because he was covered in grandkids. But he had his arm, just a character himself, proud war veteran. I don't even know his story, whether he lost the arm in the war or just life. But he was sitting there, had his patriotic shirt on, had his whole family, grandkids crawling in his lap, talking to everybody. And I was listening to him talk, and I think if I had to guess, he was in his late 80s. So I hope I've got this kind of ability just to have humor and say anything I'm thinking in my 80s, because at that age you can kind of get away with it. So anyway, so the parade's going by, and the floats are all fun at first, and then they start getting political. Like there's an LGBTQ float. There was the Democrat Party, the Republican Party, and every single politician that's running for anything in Wyoming had a float in that parade. So they're coming through in their cars with their names on it. And this old guy's sitting almost right next to me. And this woman came through. AJ, you can give me a courtesy laugh or not, but this woman came through and she was running for coroner. And she had this big Sally whatever for coroner. She got right to where we were, and he yelled out to her after she got a little bit past us. He goes, "Oh, so you want to be the coroner, right? Well, you miss me." He was like she missed a dead guy. And I hope I can laugh at myself like this guy was in that particular moment, too. It was just a whole lot of fun. Anyway, I'm just sitting here rambling on, as I tend to do on these trips. 545-9950 if y'all want to get in on the show. Bring it. We got a parade of fun guest Cody-oriented people out here to get you know some of these folks and what it's all about this way. We're going to try to do this as much as we can. Every stop will be different. Every stop will have its challenges and a different environment. There'll be some places where we stop where we can't really get on location just because of time and logistics, but we're going to do our best to entertain you over the next couple of weeks. Axiom Tax Resolution Group bringing you the show tonight, 205tax.com, 205tax.com. I'm going to take that camera off me, put it back outside. These folks, Perry Cronin and his team are just the best at helping you solve problems. If you're fearing the IRS, you shouldn't have to fear your government, but we got a tax code where that winds up being the case. And, what they can do at Axiom is, of course, get to the bottom of that and execute the things that are set up and designed to protect you when you get sideways. If you make a mistake, if you make a miscalculation, you shouldn't have to fear all the things the government can do to you. So what Perry knows is there are programs and there are things that are set up to keep the harassment from happening and to help you settle with the IRS, and that's what you ultimately want. You want to be able to settle those issues and get past it. Perry's a total expert. He's local, and he'll sit down with you face to face and help you get this stuff worked out. Sometimes it's a payment plan. Sometimes it's a pure reduction of the actual debt that you've incurred with the IRS. He can get that negotiated down for you. I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, it's just impossible to know who you're going to call. What are you going to offer? What will they accept? Perry kind of already knows that stuff. He really already knows that stuff. And he's local because, these are sensitive personal matters. Sometimes it's embarrassing, but don't be embarrassed. He's not going to snot you and look down his nose and scold you for making a mistake or a miscalculation. He's just going to talk to you, get your story, and give you a plan. It is Axiom Tax Resolution Group, 205tax.com, 205tax.com. Again, he's local, and he'll, as you can tell with the phone number, 205 and the 205 area code. Perry Cronin, Axiom Tax Resolution Group. I so trust Mike Darby, who owns the place. He just sends guests over here, and I just know they're going to be interesting. Introduce yourself to the folks back in Birmingham.
My name is Leanne Ryder, and I am the mayor of this beautiful town of Cody,
You're
Wyoming.
The mayor.
I am the mayor.
He kept telling me we're going to see the mayor come by.
And here I am. How are you today?
Doing well.
Hello, Alabama.
Thank you for having us in Cody.
100%, anytime.
Absolutely one of our favorite stops when we do these shows out west. Tell me something about your town, Mayor. Well, how long have you been mayor, by the way?
I have been mayor for 2 years now. It's
Okay.
a 4-year term. I'm about halfway through.
Okay. You glad you did it, or you got a little?
100%.
Yeah.
I can tell you one of the main reasons I ran is to maintain what we have here, this beautiful small town, Western culture. You can't find this everywhere in the United States. This is one of a kind, and we are here to maintain this and make sure that everyone understands what the West looks like.
What are the biggest challenges nowadays? The whole country, in some spots, are just going the wrong way, I believe, politically, and just poor policy decision making. How do you preserve that out here and hang on to it?
One of the easiest ways to preserve that is to understand why people come here to begin with.
Yeah.
When a person comes to Cody, Wyoming, you don't know what you're going to see. You don't know what to expect. I have heard from so many people that I've known all my life. They come to this town and they say, you cannot find this anywhere in the United States anymore, because it's Americana 50 years ago. And it's not that we're not progressive. We have plenty of development happening here. We have plenty of, we're up to speed on technology, et cetera. But through the decades, people have been very true to our Western heritage, our Western history. Buffalo Bill founded the town, and on his back, our main street of Cody, for example, it is 6 lanes across, 5 lanes across in some spaces, and it was put in place almost over 100 years ago. The reason that main street is so wide is he wanted it to be wide enough for a horse and buggy to turn around right in front of the Irma.
Yeah.
That history is threaded through everything we do today, and because people have such a love for that, when you say when you propose something, we need to try this or that, or I see progression, I like progression, but we have to put up some sidebars, you usually get really strong support for what you're trying to do.
I would think the key word, and we apply this a lot when we talk about the immigration issues in our country, but it's assimilation. If you want to move somewhere, you got to become part of the place you're moving to. You can't come crashing in and wreck the character of a town or a country or anything. And it seems like the people I've met that are transplants want to come be part of this. They don't want to come just to change it. But I'm sure you've got developers and others that have their eye on doing things that wouldn't be in character. And I'm glad you're doing what you're doing in that philosophy, by the way.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And it is a fine needle to thread, because we certainly don't want to discourage growth, but we just need to make sure that while we're doing that, we maintain who we are, because as you had pointed out, there are so many places, even within a stone's throw of Cody, Wyoming, that did not have that foresight. And you can see that with time, they start to lose their character and who they are. And so we're very proud of our Western heritage and our small town atmosphere, our community atmosphere, and we're pretty much all on board to welcome new people to our community. But if we're going to grow, if we're going to change the culture, if we're going to change what our building structures look like, try to get out there with some architectural design ideas and say, well, come on in, but let's wait a year or two, understand who we are, and then let's try to follow these guidelines to make sure we don't lose who we are.
And I don't want to draw you any kind of controversy or anything, but just an observation from a foreigner from Alabama. I just came through Jackson, spent some time in Jackson. I've been through there before. I come through Cody a lot. And I think what you're trying to prevent is what's happened there, where they've kind of been inundated with a lot of, it's just unaffordable for the regular folks. I met some native Wyoming, how do you say that?
Wyomingites?
Wyomingites out in Jackson, who one guy told me, he said, the billionaires have bought out the millionaires, and they've there's a little bit of that doesn't feel as original Wyoming as it does here. Does that make sense? I'm not trying not to be too critical. I don't want you to call out your neighbor, but they've sort of inundated that place with development and money in some ways.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely love Jackson Hole, Wyoming. They're a good partner with us. They are the south gate to Yellowstone. We're the east gate to Yellowstone. And Jackson may have fallen to some of that, and there's a lot of smaller towns all around Montana and Wyoming that are seeing that same type of change.
Yeah.
And we want to stay true to our roots. We really work hard at that.
I always tell the folks back home, naturally, if you're coming from east of here, you'd want to go through the east gate of the park. But this is the place to base camp to get to the park. That drive between here and that east gate is as pretty as the park itself. It's amazing.
It is, in some ways, I'm going to say, way more scenic than once you get into Yellowstone Park, because of the canyon narrows. You ride all along the Shoshone River that whole way, and a good portion of that valley is volcanic rock formations that you won't see in Yellowstone Park. You won't see anywhere else, really. And I do agree with you that part of the experience to come into the state of Wyoming is to see that kind of untouched beauty. That whole 40 miles, a good majority of it is Shoshone National Forest, untouched wilderness, honestly some of the most beautiful scenery in the United States.
Well, look, I'm always charmed by it. It's probably my favorite town. It just is. I'm not just saying that, in the state. And you guys are always so welcoming, and Mike's just always been a good host. And nowadays we got the camera, so I'm glad we had time to talk to you. I don't think you were mayor. Are you originally from here?
I moved out here. I came out here for an internship when I was 19 years old out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah. And I spent the entire summer backpacking, and I'm sure I've stepped on spaces that no human has ever put foot.
Oh, wow.
The amount of wilderness available to you here is immense. It's hard to describe. If you've never been here, you have to come and see it for your own eyes. I went back home and I gave the unfortunate news to my parents. I'm moving to Wyoming, and I've never looked back. This is my home. It is where my heart lies. This is the most beautiful space in the United States, and we are so fortunate to live here.
Well, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I think the city's fortunate to have you guiding them, and we look forward to coming back in the future.
Well, thank you. I sure appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Mayor.
Welcome.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
How about that, AJ? A welcome from the mayor out here
nice.
in Cody. She's speaking from the heart, too, man. I've sized up politicians my whole life. That woman loves this place. That's really cool. All right, I know we're late on the break. Let me get to that. Mandu bringing you the show tonight. I'm going to have to get to Mandu when I get home, because as much as I said I had some goals for vacation, it's true. I was like, I'm going to lose 5 or 10 pounds. I'm going to exercise every day. I got some free time. You know what I've been doing, AJ? Eating a lot of hamburgers, a lot of steaks, a lot of heavy Western food. So I'm going to have to really get disciplined. And, of course, the time constraints of travel itself. And Mandu's always a part of that. It's so efficient, so easy to do. That's the way they designed it. And so you guys reach out to them too and let them help you get on track. This is electronic muscle stimulation. It's not a gym. The first time I went there, I wore my gym clothes like I was going to work out in the gym. You can wear whatever I could wear my cowboy boots in there, change into their stuff. I like to do it barefooted. It just feels grounded. They put you in the suit. It's a 15-minute workout. It's all the body can handle. And this thing flexes your whole body in waves. It doesn't do the whole thing at the same time. It'll do your legs a little bit, and then your arms, then your chest. And it's pretty intense. It's a little weird at first, but once you get it, you get it. And when you see the results and you feel the results of a good workout from the folks at Mandu, you'll know what I'm talking about. And a lot of folks go do that first free workout, and then they just keep going back because, again, it's efficient, it's effective, and that's what you want when you're trying to stay on track. Mandu, I'm going to start shouting over these guys. Mandu, M-A-N-D-U-U, Mandu.com. Mandu.com. Back here in just a minute, Leland Lock.
They're like money in the bank, ain't they?
man, let's keep going here. Danny Knowles with the Knowles Group, lifelong friend of mine, man, and a great financial advisor. He's been Danny went off. I never would have pictured him when we were growing up together as a financial advisor. I don't know what I pictured us doing, but I'm proud that we're still working together after all these years. And Danny is, since we were kids, just been a straight shooter, tell it like it is kind of guy. And that's really a good personality to be in that business. You can't sugarcoat things. You can't just try to blow people's egos up, try to get their business. Danny does not do that. What he's going to do is just absolutely give you the best possible advice on your money, because that's what you need. You need somebody to give you the real plan, be a little tough, give you some discipline, help keep you on track. And he's raised his sons that way. It's the second generation in the business. Those Knowles boys are sharp, young men. I know he and Sherry are proud of those guys, and they're in the practice with their dad, helping people every single day. And it's really kind of a beautiful story for me to see how he's handing off all that expertise to his sons and letting them carry it on. If you need somebody to really give you a fresh assessment, a fresh set of eyes, let those Knowles boys take care of it. It's the Knowles Group. And listen to them on the weekends. They've got a great show here on the station. It's Understanding Money right here on Talk 99.5 on Saturday afternoons and Sunday afternoons right around Birmingham on Talk 99.5. The Knowles Group, N-O-L-E-S, theknowlesgroup.com. It was a green day on Wall Street today. I just took a quick look at the markets. Dow up 139, NASDAQ way up today too. Kind of from the jitters of these new war drums and a shooting actually going on in Iran. By the way, third day of that today as we're continuing the bombardment campaign that we're doing. We understand the Kuwaitis are involved in it now, and I think what we got to watch for in that skirmish is additional Arab nations joining us in sincerity and with a lot of resources and military expertise. And if that there's that car, AJ. Did you see it go by? There's the guy in the 72. I'm calling it the 72. That's the guy with the Thunderbird. I've got to get outside and flag him down. I've got a wireless setup where I can get out there and try to get these guys. They're actually rodeo clowns, and they drive around town blasting country music. It's just too much fun. I'll go get them later in the show. They said they'd come back and visit with us. Anyway, my man Danny Knowles, it's the Knowles Group, N-O-L-E-S, knowlesgroup.com. Let me get Greg in here. We'll get you updated on some more headlines here in a minute. Live from, there's a shot of beautiful downtown Cody, and we're here in the Irma. The lunch crowd's just about going from there now. I think these folks, if I can get Brenda over here that's running the bar back behind me, she's a character. Now, she's liable to do it, AJ, or she's liable to pull a gun out and tell me to get the hell out of here. She's just no nonsense. So, did you see her back there taking care of business?
I see her.
Brenda's tough as a nail, man. She ain't messing around. But maybe I can get her in here because she is just fun to talk to. When I was setting up, she was just giving me a hard time. Here's Greg. Let's get Greg in here on line 2. Calling, so I guess about Wyoming. What's up, Greg?
Hey, how are y'all today?
Hey, buddy.
I'm just a little bit envious.
Okay.
We have property about 30 minutes north of Cody on 120 going in toward Billings. We're about 3 miles from crossing into Montana.
I know where that is.
Just keep going. We keep going north. That's all I can tell you. But we're hoping to relocate out there within 6 months or so.
So you're going to come out here and go full time?
Yeah. Well, I say full time. We're going to keep our house here, and we're going to split time between. But we just love the West, and Cody is just hard to go for us. It's there's so much to do there. You can drive 3 hours in any direction and just unload with things to do.
Yeah.
And
so where are you now? Where are you moving from?
Well, we're in North Alabama. I'm on Smith Lake.
I got you. Okay. Another favorite spot of mine. So that's a big jump. What always concerns me when I talk about Southerners is, can you handle the winters out here? Because I imagine it's pretty tough.
Not for us. We love the cold. I'll give you a long soliloquy about how bad we love the cold. But out west, I think we'll eat it right up. We tend to hate the hot summers here, so we hate them.
Greg, hang on. If you want to hang on, I want to ask you some more questions about that. But the music's playing, which takes us down to the bottom of the hour, so let's do that as we continue on with our road show. America's 250, Leyland Live on the road, talking to all these fun folks out here in this part of Wyoming. We got another Wyoming stop tomorrow, and I think one more at the end of next week. We're spending a lot of time in this state. Back here in just a minute, bottom of the hour. Hang on, Greg. Leland Live, Tote 99.5. Stay tuned. I think I played this song 357 times in a row one day driving down the road. I used to love this this particular tune. I almost called this tour, AJ, the Hippies and Cowboys Tour. But then it's America's 250, so I just said, oh, we'll just call it America's 250, leading live on the road. Let me tell y'all real quick about Alabama Dental Associates. My man Brian, Dr. Brian, I call him Brian. Y'all can call him what you want. His last name's got too many syllables, so I just don't even use it. I just call him Dr. Brian. He and his whole team, there are 4 dentists in this practice as late as 7 o'clock in the evening. They do Saturday hours, and that's because they got 4 dentists. They can stretch their hours out, 4 different specialties. That gives you a lot of expertise under one roof. It's really an amazing practice. It's my dentist, AJ's dentist. My family goes there. We all trust Dr. Brian and the team at alabamadental.com. Just become a patient, and you wind up in an emergency, and it is really nice to have a dentist with that kind of convenience. alabamadental.com. Let me get Greg back in here real quick. And if y'all are looking at the shot on Real Talk TV, yes, that is a live camel outside of the Irma Hotel. And AJ, I'm going to go Neil Armstrong in a minute. I'm about to try to walk out there on a wireless microphone and hope that the AI camera will follow me over to the camel. Are you with me?
Hey,
You're
I'm
going to
with
give
you.
me guidance from
Yes.
Houston. You're Houston, and I'm Neil Armstrong.
All right.
Or one of those people.
All right, Leland. Seem like
We're going to go for lunch. I promised Greg, though, I wanted Greg to finish the story. Greg, you say you love the cold out here, and y'all are just going to move here for good.
Yeah, we've done snow skiing too many times, and just really, it's a passion. And then if you've never been to Yellowstone in the wintertime, it is a world of its own. And you can ride the snowmobiles in, of course, but they do even little buses. So anyway, I'll make my soliloquy short. Couple of things. Do not miss the Beartooth Highway before you come home.
Yeah, I know it. Everybody tells. I think I've missed that one already, and I'm going to try to do it. But if I don't, I will be back, because I will come back, no doubt.
Oh, there's too much to handle, too much to do in a short trip like you're trying to do.
I
But
know.
anyway, one more thing. There is a transmission shop somewhere right there in town. I say all that to say is the owner is from Birmingham.
Really?
And we met him at the 2012 RNC convention and got to know him and went out there and saw him one time. But really nice people, good folks. And
Yeah,
don't miss Wayne's Boot Shop right there on the block.
Just popped in there a little while ago, and I'm going to go back as soon as the show's over. Still got some shopping to do before I get out of here.
Those are some great, great people.
No doubt. Hey, man, I appreciate you hanging on and giving us the final recap on that. All right, here I go, AJ. I'm going to take the chance. Let me switch mics. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right. Let me
yes,
also
Leland, you are good to go.
I got to switch this camera to AI mode. And for some reason, there it goes. All right, now I'm going to go try to get it to follow me around. And we're going to go and talk to the owner of a real live camel.
So there's literally
Do
a
you see me
camel
on
just.
camera now?
I see you on camera.
Right. Is it following me around yet?
No. Well, you're kind of still in front of the camera, so it hasn't not moved just yet.
All right, I'm going to stand. I'm just going to walk over here. I think it's wide enough. Can you see me? Can you
Yes,
see
I
the
can still
sticker?
see you. Yes.
All right, we're going to go over here and talk to this cowboy who's got the camel named Clyde. No, I'm sorry. We have a Clyde in Birmingham. This young tourist is taking a picture. Is my mic clear? Am I
Yeah,
clear?
your mic is clear.
Okay.
The person just stood right in front of you, so
This,
you're good to go.
tell me your name again. Jason, tell the folks back in Alabama the story about Romeo the camel.
Romeo is a 5-year-old dromedary camel. He originated in Central California. He came from a camel dairy, believe it or not. So,
Camel dairy?
right. So
They
same
milking
as-
camels?
Yes, sir. So
Hold on. Who the hell drinks camel milk?
I don't know. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
good plan.
So they have 1 pint of camel milk is $15, and the guy I got him from has a 6-month waiting list on getting the milk. It's crazy. So I got Romeo when he was 1 day old, and we bottle fed him and raised him, and we do rides and stuff. And he just loves people and loves to interact. He doesn't even know he's a camel, man. He thinks he's a person.
I was about to say, how different is it than a horse?
It's relatively close to the same. It's about the same to maintain and feed him and stuff.
Yeah.
This one's just special. Like he's been around people since he was 1 day old, so he doesn't even know he's a camel.
And so what do? Just park him out here and let people take
Just
pictures?
let people take pictures and stuff. We do camel rides and stuff too. It takes quite a bit more of a production to do that.
Yeah.
Loading steps and liability insurance and stuff like that.
So my partner back at the station in Birmingham, AJ, he's a big guy like me, and he once tried to get on a camel that was for a camel ride, and the camel said hell no. So AJ, would this? How much she weigh, AJ? How much do you think?
Well, I'm not going to put that all on the radio.
Okay, AJ can put it on the radio. But you think AJ could come out here with me and ride Clyde?
His name's Romeo.
I mean, I keep calling him Clyde because we got a Clyde in Birmingham.
Oh,
Sorry, Romeo.
So maybe your partner back there, that when the camel wouldn't let him on, like, did he shower that morning or did he?
It's sometimes he doesn't.
Yes.
And you called him out pretty good. I think the camera was like, "No, boy, this is for kids. You're a grown-ass man. I'm not doing that." Hey,
No, but if
Romeo,
you guys
what's
are
up?
out
Dude?
here, we can.
I thought Romeo had something to say. He's opened his mouth.
Well, maybe
He's like,
if my name was
If you guys are out here,
Juliet.
we can most definitely get you on the camel and get some videos, get whatever you want.
Do they really spit on people?
They're capable of spitting on people, but what I tell people, it's kind of like saying every dog bites, right?
Sure.
Capable of.
Yeah.
But this camel I've had 6 years and I've never seen him spit.
He's gentle as he can possibly be. We got our picture made with him before we even started the show, so that'll go down in history. And what part of Wyoming do you live out here in this part of Wyoming?
No, sir, we live in Arizona. We're just here for the summer for the Cody Night Rodeo.
Okay. Do you take him out to the rodeo and do this
No,
stuff?
we don't take him out there because horses are scared of him. Something
Oh,
about
good.
the way he smells or something. But
Yeah.
so we compete at the night rodeo at night, and then we do this during the day.
So does Romeo have a Juliet?
No, he doesn't. Romeo is considered a gelding, which he's a castrated male.
Oh,
So
sad.
even if we had him a Juliet, he couldn't do nothing about
So you're
it.
saying he votes Democrat? Is what-
Correct.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. Well, he was born in California.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah. That's who's got that's the camel milk. That's the angle right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Romeo, man, I wish you could talk, bro. They should redo Mr. Ed and do it with a camel.
Yeah.
So the camel just
That or
talks to us
what
and
about,
tells
like,
us.
Remember back in the day, the Camel cigarettes?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Joe Camel.
He likes Joe
Cooley,
Camel, yeah.
Joe Camel.
Look, I appreciate your time. This is the first time we've ever gone wireless like this from inside to outside.
Seems
So
like it working.
I'm like Neil Armstrong, and you're my buddy over here. And so is Romeo.
Appreciate you very much, sir.
Thanks, man. Good. If y'all get out to Cody this summer, y'all try to go find Romeo the camel. Is the mic clear, AJ? Because I'm hearing a little bit of breakup.
No, it's pretty clear. Heard that great interview.
Did that camera ever follow me around? Is it just
No, it's been just static. It just stayed.
Can
It
you
just
even
stayed
see
right
me
there.
in the shot? I'm just
I can see you. Well, now you just walked off. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, how about now? Can you
You're
see me
back.
now?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, there's a big old porch up here where folks are also out here eating. This place is really large. All right, I tell you what, we'll just toss to the break and get on down the road. I'm going to go back inside and leave y'all with that outside shot. And that was kind of fun to be able to venture out like that and see if the experiment was even going to work. Somehow it got switched back off of AI. I'm going to do that before this trip's over, AJ. I am going to go rogue and do a remote with that thing following me around. I'm going to make it happen. All right, y'all, let me talk to you about Alabama. Talk to you about AlabamaBass.com. AlabamaBass.com. If you live alone or you're aging in place and you don't want to leave your home, I mean, it's a choice we have to make sometimes. You want a simpler life. Sometimes it's stairs and other things. But you can retrofit your home. And if it's the shower situation that's on your mind, don't let that distract you. Go ahead and let our good friends over at Alabama Bass get you outfitted. It's a 2-day project, and I'm telling you, they take such good care to get that done in the 2 days. And some of these companies will tell you, "Oh no, it's going to take us 1 day. We'll get it done in a day, and we're out of your hair." That's not correct. You got to come back and pressure test. You got to make sure everything's good to go. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to be honest with you. It's going to take 2 days. 1 day is for rip out and replacement, and then the next day is to test. The systems they bring in are just incredible. They're slip proof. They're ergonomically designed to be safe, but they're not like a hospital system. Even the way they integrate shelving and handles just looks nice. It's probably going to be more beautiful than what you have now. So reach out to Mike and Jill and John and Dewey and all those guys at this long-time, 40-plus-year-old business, and get this done in your home, or do it for somebody in your family that you love that could use a little help in life getting this basic thing done. It is, of course, AlabamaBass.com. They are over in Pelham. If you want to go see one of these build-outs in person, just go do it. AlabamaBass.com, AlabamaBass.com. Back here in a minute, live from Cody, Wyoming. Y'all stay tuned. All right, here we are again. Y'all welcome on back in here. Alabama Gold Refinery bringing you the show tonight. What a great spot. It's good to have a fair place to do these kind of exchanges. I remember years ago, I think it was an old ring or something, and I was like, this probably has some value. It's been in this box forever. Might as well sell it. I didn't even know where to go. You're going to go to some of these other shops that are just going to kind of lowball you because they think you got to have the money. Don't do that stuff. Go to Alabama Gold Refinery and unload that for fair value, and they'll do it right there on the spot. They'll give you cash for your items, old chains, things you just don't wear anymore. Sometimes you inherit pieces or whatever. You got to get rid of something that used to be sentimental, and now it ain't, and it needs to be gone. Go sell it to them. They'll give you a fair price. Conversely, if you want to buy, they do that too, and they will sell you pieces for your collection. It's AGR, Alabama Gold Refinery. AlabamaGoldRefinery.com. They're downtown Homewood, safe location. Got all the security stuff you would need in place to make sure you're in and out with your valuables. And I always like to tell you a little landmark is the big, tall Regions building there, right there on 29th. It's the original Zoe's location. Some of y'all around Birmingham will know exactly where that is. AlabamaGoldRefinery.com. Still here doing the show from the Irma in Cody, Wyoming. There is a camel outside. If you're watching on the TV, if you're watching on Real Talk TV, and for some reason this sandwich board out there is blocking his head. I think the guy's got a message on there telling people they can take pictures with Romeo. I keep calling him Clyde because we got a famous Clyde camel that runs around Birmingham sometimes. That's the one AJ tried to mount, and Clyde said hell to the no to my friend AJ. But, yeah, these kids, cute to watch the kids one up. And I tell you what's weird about a camel, AJ. Is the day we were doing that show, you had a little freedom to run over there and talk to him, and I was stuck at the microphone. And how do you pet a camel? What do you do? So
I mean, I just walked up to it and pet with it. Well, it wasn't the camel that was like, no, it was the trainer of the camel. He was like, you ain't.
He didn't want you to do so. Yeah. Well, this guy said, do what you want, pet him. He loves it. So I just kind of did him like a horse. You know how you'll pet a horse on the neck, on his cheek, right there. You know when you get up to a horse's face, and he didn't smell as bad as the camel that was that day, because I think he took a huge dump right in front of us as well, if I remember right. But camel dump. Yeah, there they are right there, just hanging out with Romeo the camel. Let's get on the phones. I see the calls starting to stack in here. Y'all bring them, and we'll chat about things this afternoon. Mike is up next. Mike, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man, I am so excited y'all are in Cody. You're right next to my my family, so I love it.
Oh,
so
cool.
I have to do a shout-out, okay? So my daughter and her husband are living in an RV, oddly, between Billings and Bozeman. And I want to know, can you see the same, what do they call it, northern lights that they're seeing every night?
You know, I haven't stepped out to do that because, to be real with you, by the time we grind through moving every day and putting the show out and going to grab dinner and packing all this stuff up, I just collapse at night. But if you can see them this far north, I'm going to step outside and see if we can see them. There's been a little overcast.
They're sending me phenomenal photos at like 10:30 at night of what they're seeing. I mean, it's crazy.
You know, I'm going to step out there tonight then. The skies have been clear today. We don't have that much cloud cover, so if it's possible. Yesterday we were dealing with a dang near storm trying to get after us outside, but if we can see them, I love being able to see them, and it's such a treat for Southerners especially. They are far enough north where they see them a little bit more than we do, of course.
Well, they're not much further north than you. You should probably be. Okay. And the secret is, apparently, if you can't see them, take a picture with your phone, and the phone can see them better than you can.
We did that the last time they were visible far enough south. I went up on top of Double Oak Mountain, and sort of a lot of other people had this. There's a sort of overlook spot up there. You know, it's probably about 15 miles from my house, and I couldn't see it, but I did do what people recommended, and the pictures were phenomenal. The camera can filter that out, so there was it was kind of a pinkish, purplish hue that night. It is rare for Alabama, and I think we've had a lot of solar flares lately, which are a big contributor to the lights being seen far south. But man, you giving me something to do now. I'm gonna go out there and check that out.
It's very cool. Enjoy. I'm happy you're there. It's a super cool place for us.
That's cool, man. Somebody online asked me where where we're going next. Tomorrow is Buffalo, Wyoming, and I'm so excited about that because that's another sweet little cool town. If you're coming east, sometimes people go that way. I've gone through there several times, and we've got to know a friend of ours, Laura, who's very politically active there in town. She gets what we do, and she's been phenomenal in helping us set up some things. And we'll be at another historic saloon, the Occidental Saloon, tomorrow in downtown Buffalo. A little bit of a drive, about 3.5 hours to get up and over the Bighorns to get all this stuff over there. So I'm excited about tomorrow's show too. But hey, thank y'all for hanging out with us and going through all these road shows in the afternoon. Like I promised, they'll all be a little bit different. There's the still folks in here having a brew or getting some lunch. There's the beautiful inside of the Irma in the main dining area. Jamie is up next. I think Jamie's got a traffic report. What's up, Jamie? Oh, AJ, did we lose Jamie? I heard I hang up. Okay, sorry. Sometimes
Hear me?
Hey,
There
she
you
is. All right, Jamie.
Okay,
what's up?
let me step outside. I didn't hear this on your latest traffic report. 280 eastbound,
Yeah.
right in front of the Dirty Dog car wash, kind of across the street from the Aldi,
Yeah.
is down to one lane, and it's backed up way past the Summit. It was a bad wreck.
Man, this is a terrible time of day for that. And I don't know.
Oh, and
which
it's pouring
car wash
down
that
rain over there, too, so it's perfect
Okay.
timing for all of it, just at 5 o'clock.
And that's a hard spot to that's a hard spot to navigate around right there in that little part of Birmingham as well.
It really is. There's nowhere for anybody to go, so if they're in it, I'm sorry, but it's probably going to be a while.
Well, thanks for that heads up. Our very excitable traffic reporter did not have that, I think, in the last report. AJ, I was trying to pull up the traffic, and I typed in Birmingham, and it gave me Birmingham, England. Thanks, Jamie. I was just trying to dial in and see if I can find that exact spot because she mentioned a car wash by way of reference, and there are about 30 car washes on 280 now. If we get another car wash or chicken finger place, I think I'm going to just go ahead and move to Cody. I think I'm done with it, AJ. Every time they'll knock a building down, they knock over legendary. Well, they knocked over Lloyd's. And I know the Lloyd's folks decided to go out of business. Put a damn car wash. And in a corporate coffee shop right there behind it. Don't go to that one. Go to the local folks over at Bullet. I'm just saying. That's a personal preference. Here's Dexter over on line 4. I told y'all we'd keep with the phones this afternoon. Y'all get on in here. Dexter, what you got, man?
Hey, man, I was going to ask you, when are you on your way back?
I'm working my way home, and I know there some butthole said something about, oh, you're just lucky we care about your vacation. I'm not on vacation. I was on vacation the last 2 weeks ago. These are working shows all the way home. So we're already heading east, and we'll head east over into South Dakota, and then I'll just start working my way back south and across Texas, and we're doing shows every day all along the way.
So you're not going to be going back through Kansas or
No, I've decided not to go. There's so many ways to get out west. I'm going to drop south because I want to wind up in Amarillo because we're going back to the Big Texan Steakhouse for the.
Oh yeah, I've been there. See if my name's on that plate up there still.
Oh, is it really? All right, I got to look for that. That's another future show coming up on our way home. We kind of have to do. I can't really go more than 3-4 hours at a time. Sometimes there's one day where I'm trying to get 6 in before the show, and I think it's that day because we got to get from Cheyenne to Amarillo by the time we do the show the next day. But those guys at the Big Texan are waiting on us, and that's going to be fun too. We'll have cameras on those folks trying to eat those fat steaks. You still there? Okay, I think we lost Dexter. Line 1, let's go to Joe in Coleman. What's up, Joe?
Hey, yeah, so I heard you talking to the lady from Cody that, about the developments and things like that, how they were trying to keep it, hometown feel and all that. And I just found it interesting, and I kind of wanted your opinion on this. Last year, the last election that they had in Coleman for the city council and the school board, I think they only kept one school board member. They voted the rest of them all out. And then the city council was a lot the same. There were a lot of new city council members that were voted in, and it had a lot. Coleman's had that growth from the Christmas fair, the Christmas parade, the Christ Kindle market. And then, there's a lot of complaints about people from Coleman because it was like to get a booth there for the Kendall market, it's like a lot of these local businesses couldn't afford to get a booth there anymore.
Yeah.
And you got all these outside people from around that are coming in and getting a booth. The water park that came into Coleman, the Wildwater thing, I think one of the things that the city council voted in this year is for locals to kind of get a discount on those passes being local to make it a little bit easier for them to be able to afford to go. But, you know, you know more about the economic development side of things, and sometimes you can grow to a point to where the people that are local that were benefiting the most in the community, things end up becoming too expensive for them to benefit from it.
Yeah.
We went to that Kendall market. We're lucky if we went once a year. You know, one time last year, I think we went and we stayed for a few hours, and that was it. We may have rode one ride. So, I mean, it's a catch-22. But it's an interesting thing. I thought it was very similar to what she was talking about.
I absolutely love Coleman. Every time I go there, I love Coleman. For years, I've toyed with just moving to the community, but logistically, I couldn't pull it off at that stage.
With the lake and all that, right?
Coleman's a great spot and just a wonderful community that has something special that they've been able to maintain. But there's always that challenge. I brought that up to the mayor here. I didn't want to drag her into criticizing her neighbor, but seeing locals in Jackson Hole that can't afford to live there anymore, and it's jacking up their prices. And Coleman's always got that appeal to people from outside to come in and shop. Kendall Market's great, Water Park's great, but you got to strike that balance and not leave the locals behind in any community like this or that. And I think that's what the mayor was getting at. It's not easy, but it needs to be considered. The people that have been there for generations should not be run over by progress itself, and all these cities have to figure that out. Joe, good call, man. Good point, too. Here's the top of the hour, 1819 News. Y'all stay tuned. Back in a minute from Cody, Wyoming.